would it end any other way, Scabs, besides ZD and Dexter Grand Finals PS2?
I mean, the grind 200, the grind never ends, and it feels like time is a flat circle because I've seen this one a couple times before. Eternal recurrence of the same, but will the eventual end result end up with that usual ZD victory?
It's hard to tell. I mean, these two definitely go back and forth, but as you said, the set count definitely in favor of ZD between these two, not to mention the Wolf counterpick he can also throw out for sure, but it's the tale as old as time between these two. Go back and forth so often. It's Dexter's turn actually to start out in winner side this time around.
Those edge traps right there from Dexter are just always the difference maker in this matchup. When ZD can get up a full head of steam, he is very difficult to stop, but Dexter, when he's in advantage, it just feels like ZD has no options.
Now we have a situation, I love the awareness from Dexter to go for something like an air dodge, because he knows ZD is cheeky enough to do some crazy call-out move with that, like that forward smash, for example, and getting him off the top with a quick claw-up air.
And now ZD's chance to answer back, tried to go ahead and get the turnaround back there right there, not quite going to finish it up. The spot dodge into the jab, but it's too high percent. Dexter's SDI on point.
Hey, Dexter knows how to press some buttons on that stick, and now he's got some pressure on board for ZD. My goodness, stuck in the corner once more, trying to find something to really add him up. Dude, we're just running at each other, point blank. And sure enough, a little bit of scoops, and ZD has almost been lapped by Dexter in this stock.
Just the more ponderous character, perhaps, but not the player. Dexter playing with quite a bit of speed right here. And the problem just becomes now he loses all of his pressure from the invul because of that speed from Fox. Just cannot quite take any kind of advantage of it.
Indeed. And so ZD definitely down a percentage, but not at all down too far, because it could be very easy to rack up some percentage and just tear Dexter down in this stock. But Dexter's not one to make it simple, that's for sure. Gets caught by a couple of stringed aerials. 65 turns to 72, turns into an almost even game, Scabs. No tech coming in from ZD, but Dexter not there for the punish.
And that might be a decisive blow right there. Dexter cannot leave his food on the table. His character needs to kill off of stray hits, while ZD's got those kill confirms that are far less committal. It's the Nair platform tech chase, but does get the back air. Not quite going to finish it off. What's the edge trap? Go off stage with the drag down. But then you just immediately DI in.
They both made it?
They know it. That's when Dexter's like mix up for the mix up. Whenever he gets dragged down, he flings his up B in the path of ZD's. He just knows nowadays.
Reminds me of some Brawl Machinimas. We all remember that fight. We all remember those Fox versus Falco. This is Fox versus Wolf. This is the new Gen Age, Scabs. Some things never change, do they?
The more things change, the more they stay the same, as we are in the exact same spot that we've seen so many times before. Last stock, last hit.
Yes, sir.
Situation. Perhaps.
Definitely some struggle between these two going on. A lot of jumping around, a lot of running around. You can tell both these players definitely want it. They never want to, give each other too much. Even though they're good friends, they play out often. It's you can never go easy on each other.
They're good friends. They just hate this.
They just hate this matchup, and they're sick of it, and they just beat each other up every week. They're good pals. Hey, what more could you ask for?
Exactly.
Sure enough, Fox is looking to deal with Wolf O'Donnell real quick as ZD trying to tap it in, but Dexter finding one string, but he needs a little bit more to seal the deal.
Parry, but can't make anything out of it. The neutral air into the down tilt. I dig it. Doing it again.
Oh,
no. 4 times the charm?
I guess so. Eventually ZD does make it back perfectly fine. Ooh, the dance with Dexter just trying to avoid everything around ZD's threat bubble. Sure enough. This is anyone's game. Absolutely anyone's game.
The up air not quite going to finish it up, and now ZD, he's in that spot where grabs don't get him too much, but full stage control potentially sets up for a 2-frame. Can't quite get it, so Dexter, aggressive option, gets full stage control himself. But ZD, these grabs, he just walks up and grabs Dexter 2 times in a row.
Oh, getting him with the split. ZD popping off a bit in his seat, and that's one decisive game for ZD. Man, they're down to the wire, Scabs.
That it was. I wouldn't expect it any other way. It just feels as though these two players are so evenly matched on a game-to-game basis. ZD definitely has the advantage in the matchup. This is set 195 between the two. So
they're almost at 200 for the grind 200.
I really wanted to see that happen. I was just going to be like, yo, can we seed them to fight round 2?
Can we get some more sets between these two just so, we can get that number
stats. Yeah, exactly.
We got to get these numbers. These are rookie numbers. Let's get these numbers up. Imagine playing someone at your local 200 times.
Insane.
It's again these two have such a way of playing versus each other specifically because they've done so much and they've played so much versus each other. It's kind of a treat to see, really, even if we do see it every single week.
I think it was at a recent tournament, at the last major he went to, Dexter lost to Jackal, And I'm just like, I'm not surprised because he doesn't know the Wolf matchup. He knows the ZD matchup.
He's trained his brain to fight specifically ZD's Wolf.
Yeah, exactly.
Even though we got a lot of Wolves in the region, ZD is one of them to take the top, especially if you're the other top Wolf in Dexter. Even though Pink Fresh was in fact playing Wolf tonight, he's not on the screen, and neither is Dexter because my goodness, that back air secured that stock.
So now what can ZD make of this lead? Are we going to see a combo that starts off immediately from this edge trap?
This is just brutal by ZD right now. He is putting in so much force. But can he even it up? I like that slightly higher to avoid the down smash and catch Dexter off guard with the timing. Good stuff.
There, but cannot connect with the bear. ZD very wise to just DI away. It's one of those spots where just like, just take the ledge.
Ooh.
Don't try to go ahead and force an aggressive option in this spot.
Sure enough, not quite getting the 2-frame again. Very hard to pin down ZD when he does that. Oh, perfect timing. Oh my goodness. Will that kill? Not quite.
Very nearly. Can one of these blasters hit though? I feel like whenever ZD can pick, drag down, no, we're not going to go for it.
And you see the way that Dexter actually faded in. In towards the stage to avoid that situation. Gets the Tims, gets the up tilt, gets the stock. And there it is.
And the single hit laser, optimal.
Yeah.
Just in case you forgot, I have patented.
That Nair up smash not actually killing. Wolf a little bit heavy, and of course no rage on ZD. Again, another optimal blaster just because we're ZD's all about getting that extra percentage on.
Nothing if not perfectionists.
Oh, I love that anti-air with the scoops.
I was brave because if he misses that, the back air just kills him.
Yeah. I mean, you run the risk of getting shield poked at some point anyway, so I mean, I respect that. Got to get something on the board for yourself.
Not going to connect with the up air or the forward air. Dexter dodging bullets right here. The question is, ZD always has another in the chamber.
Yeah, ZD's a Toho game. Well, the entire screen's just covered in bullets, and you're just praying.
Does get the 10 hit and then the immediate roll through, but again, cannot get a punish as Dexter here, as this comeback is looking exceedingly difficult.
Yeah, absolutely. Just ZD's actually really finding some solid momentum here, using a little bit of tricks in the book to kind of mix Dexter up in those key situations where Dexter has a chance to edge guard him to get that stock. And it's starting to pay dividends for ZD because Dexter is losing the handle so far. Like, it was a close game 1. This is a lot less of a close game 2, Scabs.
Air dodges through was Dexter. He does manage to get down, but already lapped in percent. Spot dodging the grab. That's kind of been, it feels like, the mix-up that ZD has been using to such an advantage in this matchup so far is those walk-up grabs. It just, if Dexter cannot feel confident in his shield, it opens up so many possibilities for ZD.
Even though ZD has the triple-digit percent, it's a little bit of a, hey, forget what I'm saying. Another up smash by ZD. That's 2-0 right now. If I had a nickel for every time ZD did like a random move to up smash securing a stock, I would be able to make more money than he's going to get in payout tonight.
Easily.
Absolutely.
Easily.
That's a lot of up smashes from our boy ZD.
200 weeks of this? I mean, geez, that's a lot of ups.
He's gotten a lot of up smashes, folks. There's a lot of up smashes from this man. And
I mean, you think about it, like how many tournaments we've run at Xanadu, like this man has surpassed all of the grades from like 3 or 4 generations of games now. It used to be like Boss and Pink Fresh were like the number 1 and 2 in like total Xanadu victories. I think ZD has now more than both of them combined.
And we got a good game on our hands here. It might last a little bit longer than you think, and we'll see if this grand finals lasts much longer because ZD is opting to reset the bracket with 1 more game. And it'd be really decisive just to start it with a 3-0 because normally these two have really long sets. A lot of them go to game 5. Even if they reset the bracket, it's like game 9s, game 10s. To start off with a quick 3-0 would be putting kind of a big mark for ZD.
I'm also surprised that we have not seen the Wolf whatsoever from ZD. Usually ZD likes to go Wolf for the Ditto in this matchup, but right now, Dex has not had an answer for his tried and true box.
So hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Opting to go with currently what's strong and what is paying him well. Might as well.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, break your opponent with it.
It's true. And sure enough, another nickel in my wallet, another stock depleted from Dexter.
Easy money, perhaps, for Let It Rain and ZD as the additional pot bonus of tonight. ZD looks like he's playing with a fire.
Hey, when the money's on the line, these boys come out for business.
Act.
We like getting a little bit of cheddar when we play. Shout
out
to
to cheddar.
Shout out to the FBA homies here at the Grind 200 because this is a monumental event, that's for sure.
Gets the parry into the up smash, but doesn't kill. What DI was that? Insane.
Yeah, not enough to save him from the follow-up up air, though, and that's for sure. Oh, it's just even just the casual parries between these two. Another level being demonstrated in this grand finals.
Can't get a 2-frame with the down smash, though. And now Dexter's turn, but he does that empty short hop, trying to go ahead and reset the combo when it wasn't true anymore.
Going for something cheeky, even interrupting him with the nair and the down smash. That's it.
That's the wild card that Wolf has in this matchup. He just kills so early compared to the consistency of Fox. You get the explosiveness of Wolf O'Donnell. Now what can Dex make with his sudden newfound lead?
Yeah, I was going to say, this is breathing new life for the set in terms of Dexter getting a handle on the situation here.
He's threatening a 2-stock all of a sudden.
Yeah, this was going to be like, yeah, ZD's looking to reset the bracket, and next thing you know, in the span of 30, 45 seconds, Dexter has controlled the total pace of the game.
Versus an air, going to get the neutral air of his own, though. ZD gets full stage control, trying to get the back air, trying to get the neutral air to the up smash, and he does. So this is an awkward spot, though. This is back air kill percent. This is down smash kill percent, certainly.
Absolutely, got to be real careful here if you're ZD. Because you want to reset that bracket without a lot of issue. You don't want to give Dexter any momentum to keep this train going.
Safe pressure here from both players. Neither one of them want to commit down throw just to force him off stage, but no, not even going to go for ledge. Big greedy from ZD gets re-grabbed for his troubles.
Oh, using the Dexter actually backing off there, but missing a turnaround grab?
Looks like he was trying to do like a pivot grab instead of a turnaround. Yeah, so that's unfortunate. Does get the forward tilt, and that'll do.
A little bit of traction coming in from Dexter as he managed to put himself on the board in the first set. He needs 2 more in a row to close it out, but ZD only needs 1 to reset it.
And it felt like a tale of 2 stocks. The second that Dexter hit that down smash, all of the wind just fell out of ZD's sails.
We got a tale of 2 spacies going into this game 4 between us, and no character change from ZD after the Fox takes its first loss in Grand Finals.
Certainly a tale as old as time.
That's for sure. And then, guess what, by the way? It is ZD starting to counterpick to PS2. He will counterpick to the same stage. MDSR, be damned.
Yeah, he there was a time when he would just like every now and then do the town and city. I don't know. I think that time has passed.
Hey, it still maybe might come out once in a while, but
if he counterpicks Wolf, he'll go town and city and just try to get a fair bear and just jank Dexter out.
I'm just waiting for them to just suddenly just go Kazi FD. Can you imagine?
Yo, that would be the most messed up thing. I would lose my actual mind.
Like they've been practicing it in secret for months just to pull it out randomly. That puts a whole nother wrench in the plans. I mean, to be fair, Dexter and ZD have both experimented with pocket characters, and they've come out here and there sparingly, but they always come back to their tried and true.
May not need a character in the pocket when you're playing this consistently all of a sudden. Dexter looking to get a good start off here, but ZD, the aggressive forwarder, gets damaged, but the get up immediately into the forward smash. Great reactions by Dexter. Solid lead.
Yeah, great reaction in the player came from ZD. He felt that one in real life.
Yeah, reeling back into his chair. It's like, oh.
I mean, that force palm really packs a punch, my goodness. Wolf's also just like a big sentient wolf that can beat you up. Like
he's a bad man. He beats you up and then he lets you know that you're useless.
Yeah, and he says, he asks if you're scared. Like, yeah, you're beating me up. I'd be very scared. Yes, that's a reasonable reaction. Sorry, I don't. Sorry, is that wrong, Wolf O'Donnell? Is that wrong? Ooh, clanking each other too.
But look at the damage here, Dexter. Taking a commanding lead, and it just feels like there's so many trades, so many clanks, and every single time that happens, the increased damage output of Wolf is putting Dexter firmly on top.
And then you can see that ZD's just fishing for some aerial into an up smash, and as I say that, he gets an aerial into an up smash.
Who would have guessed?
Another nickel in my wallet. I'll make it bank. This is a good investment. Probably the best deal I've ever made. Ooh, and that's going to be a quick F tilt.
So full stock lead for Dexter, but we'll have to actually see if ZD's going to be able to respond back. I feel like this beginning of this percent is going to be the big one. If he can get one of those like 70% combos and keep Dex disadvantage, then I can see ZD coming back. If this just turns into neutral and it just turns into interaction after interaction, I don't know how he makes it back.
Yeah, Dexter's going to slowly but surely accrue the lead just due to the fact that they're just going back and forth. But as we say that, ZD's picking up some momentum, getting some tech chases, getting Dexter to triple-digit percent, getting hit by the Wolf Flash, though, and
turnaround out of parry. Lovely.
That was disgusting. My goodness. Oh, that was disgusting. My goodness.
He actually just chose not to punish the standard get up. I don't know if he just didn't have the timing right or if he immediately just knew, I'm going to go for the kill right now.
That was pretty lethal. And now Dexter has evened it up 2-2. Are we going to see the reverse 3-0 sweep coming in from Dexter to just shut ZD out?
That would be one hell of a way to end it. That's for damn sure.
Well, we're going to see. And hey, guess what? It's ZD's again, counterpick to PS2. Not opting to go the Wolf, trying to stay the Fox. Seeing what he can really pull out of the gate here. And are you ready for a reset, or are you ready for Dexter to close this out, Scabs?
I mean, I'm always ready for a reset, let it rain. I'm always ready for more spacey on spacey action.
Fair enough. A lot of pressure going on between these two. And yeah, a lot of Fox Trot coming in as well. Just ZD taking it back to basics real quick. Just
time him out. You got the laser.
It's true, he has the lead. He has the lead. You got 6 minutes and 45 seconds to go. I think anything's possible here.
He's unironically just running from side to side, firing lasers, and making Dexter run at him.
Hey, that's definitely a, one way to go about it. Really just kind of force a change in tempo. Because, I mean, I was talking to Pinkfresh today, and he gave me a good discussion about player tempo and finding habits to punish them. And if you change up your tempo, it can be awfully hard for the opponent to adjust.
Dexter not going to connect with that down air. I'm really surprised it didn't come out in time. Must have fast fallen it a little bit too much.
Just a little bit of pokes and prods at the shield of Dexter. And ZD definitely playing a little bit of a different game here as Wolf goes howling all the way home to the stadium.
He went full on whiff punish that one. It did not want to toss out any kind of dash attacks or like down airs on shield. Just run from side of the stage to the other side of the stage, pull out the gun, and force your opponent to run at you. They're slower, so you know you'll have the ability to react.
Taking a page out of Peanut's book and just focusing on whiff punishing to maximize the damage output. And as we say that, finally getting himself on board for the second stock here. Dexter is still putting up a good fight, but every single interaction is fighting tooth and nail to get any sort of traction on ZD stocks here.
At this point here, I mean, you're one solid hit away, but when ZD plays like this, how do you get the one hit? You wait for him to mess up. That's one way to do it.
Eventually, he has only so many avenues, and ZD put in so much work in the past minute and a half, and it's an even game, Scabs.
100%. Great parry, just recognizing that Dexter wasn't ready to run in. And then up tilts for, yeah, it's simplest combo in the game.
Somebody help him. Stop.
Help me.
Please. That's a lot of percentage there. That's a good parry. And yeah.
He's had a couple of those tonight.
Not going to get anything, but oh, that's a quick little read there. Is it going to be enough? Dexter managing to claw his way back.
Remember when people said the Wolf recovery was bad? Lies.
Ooh. Oh, okay, not quite. We just get the one. Oh, but we're going to see continued reset situation from Dexter.
If he got that fastball on the forward air, I think ZD was just dead. That was fair right there.
This is kind of dangerous for both players. ZD just needs the aerial end of the smash attack, and Dexter's just trying to find anything good, get it back air at any point. And
Dexter's just trying to find the aerial smash attack and Wolf back air.
Pretty much. Are you going to get back? Is he going to get caught by something? Oh, I love that aggressiveness off stage with the call out from ZD.
No smash attack needed, just the strong hit of neutral air, more than enough in that spot.
Sure.
And Dexter misspaced that dash attack. That is so uncharacteristic of him. I think it shows that he's like starting to fray a little bit here. He's starting to lose his patience.
Sure enough. ZD trying to just focus on, refine it bit by bit, keep it going. The parry on the reflector.
That's insane. That move has invuln on startup, so if ZD had tried to toss out anything to challenge it, he would have lost. So instead, he just gets the parry into the immediate punish. So sick.
And now he's looking to punish everything that Dexter has to offer here, because look at how deep into the game it is. That's a late dash attack, that's a back air, and that's a reset.
Wish J-Dog were here with the air horn, but it is not Tuesday. This is the grind, baby, so no air horn needed. We can hype this one up ourselves. We wouldn't have it any other way. The Grind 200 ends with a bracket reset. Dexter back into loser's bracket for him. ZD got 3 more games he's got to win if he wants to walk away with a fat wallet to end the night.
Indeed. I love how we both thought of the J-Dog air horn at this. I was doing the claps to one of the Animal Crossing music stages. That's in my brain now because of J-Dog. You'll love to see it.
Of course. He is an influencer. He's corrupted our young minds.
For the better. He's a great influence. He's a wonderful human being, but we're not talking about J-Dog respectfully. We're talking about ZD and Dexter in the ring right now. And sure enough, a bracket reset means the game has changed, but sure enough, the more things change, the more they stay the same. It's Fox versus Wolf, PS2.
Already getting started the same way as last time. Dexter just looking for that landing forward air to lead into so much damage. Instead, ZD dash attack unsafe. Can he go ahead and get the double jump call out? He can, but unable to land either of those hitboxes. It just felt like ZD holding out as hard as he could, not trying to mess around in that spot.
Sure enough. Dexter starting off strong in this set as well. Bit by bit, ZD's really happy to try to keep it as even as possible, but we saw ZD took a very strong lead that first set, but Dexter's warmed up enough that even though he did get reset on, he clawed his way back real good. So I wouldn't be surprised if maybe he can find himself some traction soon enough, but ZD's tough.
We're in that spot where just neither one of them wants to do anything other than like nair or any of these save aerials, because good God, this is such an awkward spot to find yourself in when the kill confirms are so risky. It feels like the anti-air game from Dexter has been stepped up, so ZD is like reluctant to just toss all the snares. Lingers on edge for a little bit too long.
That must have been perfect because Dexter had that time down pat.
So there's actually a little bit of a trick to it. You can toss it out while they're still invuln, and it eats the last of their invuln, and then immediately they get hit by it. It's so silly. Wolf forward air tilt might be one of the best two-framing moves in the game, without a doubt.
I'd love to see it. Now, sure enough, Dexter has that bit of a lead here going into this next stock. ZD not prepared for the Wolf Flash with that answer back, and not even getting the parry up smash.
Silly.
I got
Wolf
robbed.
move, they're so safe.
I got robbed of 5 cents from that. Now, sure enough, ZD's still trying to capitalize on it, still trying to stuff Dexter into the corner, not getting that down smash again, sure enough. And even the soft hit of that back air is more or less just sending ZD careening off stage. Not getting the stock, though.
Up tilt, yeah, underneath the platform. Dex does that all the time. He'll pivot underneath and just like bait a reaction and then just toss out the up tilt. The discount snake.
ZD's fishing for anything good that will get him this stock, settling for a grab. And
No double.
so that was really close for both parties. That could have been deadly. But sure enough, quick back air evens up the stock count. But Dexter's enjoying that extra credit.
He just waited it out. I love it when Dexter does that. Just runs up to you invul and then dares to do something about it.
ZD, I don't know why you're surprised at that. You play Wolf too.
Exactly.
Come on.
He doesn't get to have any kind of like surprise reactions here. It's like, you know this. You've done this to me.
You are nearly 200 sets in. You do not get to act surprised. you cannot teach an old Wolf new tricks.
But apparently you might be able to teach a new Fox one given a few of the little innovations we've seen.
That's true. Good juggling going on from Dexter. Lapping his opponent in percentage here. Really good stuff right now. Putting the pressure on ZD, putting the onus on him to be proactive, find some stocks, and get himself on the board.
It's so nuts to me that Wolf neutral air is like disjointed enough below him to like beat out Fox's aerials. It's like bonkers how good that move is.
I kind of want to call up Sakurai. And hey, speaking of moves to call up Sakurai on, that back air, yeesh.
That was a beautiful call out by Dex. He put himself in a spot where he was feigning the two-frame with the forward tilt, saying, I don't think you're going to recover even. And immediately the second that ZD reacted to that, it's like, okay, I have to go high. Dexter easily able to call it out. They're thinking multiple steps ahead, let it rain. I can't even think even with what's happening. I need a second or so delay.
I'd be amazed if I'd actually think before the words come out of my mouth, Scabs.
Look at this switch. ZD decided he's had enough. It is time for Wolf to come out in one of the more frustrating dittos in the game, I think.
Yeah. ZD says me Angie, pulls out the same character and lets him know. But at the same time, Dexter starting off a little bit on the stronger side.
True, yeah. Dexter definitely had this Fox's number as of late. So we'll have to see if the Wolf is able to provide enough of a mix-up here in a matchup that I know Dex is no fan of.
Sure enough. Dead even percent, dead even Wolves jumping around here. See the Wolves in their natural habitat. Are we at a zoo or are we at a stadium? Hard to tell.
Back throw on ZD. Can't quite get the back air, and now, yeah, that's in that
Where's
spot,
that?
it feels like you always have to roll out whenever they're like that far away because you know that they're going to be just covering in and just standard get up normal.
You risk a smash attack or you risk a dash attack, and the dash attack 9 times out of 10 is less likely to end in your imminent demise. Whew. Quick
Set up on the
frames.
laser.
Yeah.
That only works like that easily when ZD has no mix-up that he can go for.
Gotta love Dexter being able to set up the situations consistently and get good edge guards. And even versus Firefox, like it's been rough, but every other instance, Dexter's been pretty good at hitting ZD.
Now we're in that spot where you expect Dexter to play, I was going to say rather conservatively, but then he tried for that falling forward air, and ZD more than ready for it.
A little bit of proactivity coming to biting him in the rear there, unfortunately. Now ZD actually managing to get a little bit of a lead, but it's not going to take too long to even it up if Dexter has anything to say about it, but he might not have anything to say about it. Might be a little bit before we get to see that.
Yeah, that was a barrage of pain, and Dexter tried to jump from ledge, and ZD not going to let that one pass.
Yeah, Wolf does need the double jump a lot of the time to be able to successfully get backstage, and ooh, that was a combo and a half coming in from Dex.
Yeah, just a weak hit bear, so not going to be able to even up the stocks. Can't get it again that time.
That follow-up grab is just so deadly.
Yeah, it's full stage control and 40%. Like, good God, it's a hell of a reversal in that spot.
It's like your opponent just grabs your controller and throws it on the ground, and while you're scrambling, you just have 40% more now. It's like, okay, guess that's it.
Yep, it's this is the life that I have to live. These are the cards I've been
Oh
dealt.
my god, that was a nasty grab from Dexter. My goodness, it didn't get into the kill, but that was so smooth, and it ended in a kill. That was so smooth.
Now this is a tricky spot because you know ZD is not going to be holding forward. He immediately backs off. Dexter just tries to do anything to come in, and ZD gets the grab so quickly. It feels just like whoever has the lead makes it so hard to do anything.
Dexter's getting a little bit too antsy and trying to force his way back in, and ZD is cool-headed enough to answer in kind and just snuff him out.
So what is the mix-up on Dexter's side? Is it just, do we have to bear down and stick with the same tempo that we've been going, or do you think that he just tries to match ZD's lack of speed?
He hovered Shulk for a second, and I was like,
He hates this matchup with a passion.
I was going to say his secondary is technically Lucina.
Yep.
But again, it's understandable. It can be very difficult. But again, you see him kind of forcing his way in when he doesn't really need to. He tries to like lean into it a little bit, and he's burning his options while he does it. So when he eventually fades back, ZD's able to catch him there. That's how that last game ended. So a little bit more knowledge.
And look at how this one started. ZD immediately just went to the corner. It's like, yeah, this is my home.
Yeah. Hey, what are you going to do? Approach me? Sure enough, Dexter is playing the game, is approaching him, kind of losing some momentum that way by just letting ZD play the game he wants to.
Missed tech here could be big for Dexter, though. Edge trap situations are where he makes his money.
Sure enough, even getting like the read there, not quite getting enough to get a stock, but still some mental damage.
Neutral not going to do it, but the cross up. He actually got behind him. That's so hard when they're usually posted up an edge.
That's definitely rough. Sure enough, though, back air coming courtesy of ZD. That is a stock. Oh, yeah, no, we out. Absolutely, we out.
Immediately aired out of the way. Yeah, do not want.
See you later,
do
bro.
not engage under any circumstances.
Just a lot of tomahawks, just waiting for someone to press a button and then punishing them for it.
That was a bit of a tech flaw from ZD. I think he didn't mean for the dash to grab. He just wanted the turnaround.
Ooh, I like that. Just kind of calling out the blaster there, calling out to the side B.
I'd like to see Dexter go off stage like ZD does in that spot with just the weak hit neutral air, because I don't think the ZD had his jump right there. So you could have gone off stage, just toss out the neutral air, and then just clanked with whatever ZD wanted to do.
I like the high recovery for Dexter, too. Pretty good. Again, Dexter's grabs are looking crisp tonight. And getting the call out on the ledge, also rather crisp.
Might be crisp, might be clean here, but he needs to actually finish this up. He's got a little bit of work to do before he can draw even, and these low percentage spots are where he struggled a bit.
Sure enough, I like the roll away from ZD, it barely missing the mark on the dash back. Even trying to get a call out right there. Almost actually met its mark. Yeah. Why are you jumping, bro?
Just do it again. Once more? Oh, tried for the fair bear there. I respect it.
Sure enough. Trying to get down the timing, but ZD's playing really hard to get in that regard.
He's just delaying it perfectly, which is crazy because usually you delay against Wolf and you get forward tilted.
Again, immaculate grab coming in from Dexter. But now that the free set this getting the scoop,
Look at Dexter. That? Dexter's spun in his chair and he's like, yeah.
That's your character.
Yeah, exactly.
That's your character, my guy.
Just do that. Do exactly that.
You can't get upset because you've done that to somebody guaranteed at some point in your career.
He's done that to ZD guaranteed.
Yeah.
200 sets, he's done that a couple times, I think.
Absolutely. ZD is definitely finding some good momentum for himself right now. Just basically a full stock head. Dexter's going to need a lot to find something here. Just not getting the grabs he needs.
Great match, though.
Yeah, really good. Just hoof indeed.
Oh, good lord. I had to just take a pause when
it's just like, yeah.
It's like they're both just whipping in each other's face, like, please jump into me.
Again, it's pretty silly. They're just really just full jumping at each other because it's a spooky scenario. You don't want to get caught out like that.
Not going to finish, though.
Didn't die.
Now Dexter gets a chance to respond. Miss tech into double dash attack, but ZD just pulls up immediate spot dodge. Dexter can't get anything more than 36% out of it.
I love the Tomahawk Tims, but it's not enough to really trounce Dexter. Dash attack will, though. ZD 1 game away from taking it.
After being pushed to the brink in set 1, the Wolf counter pick seems to be frazzling Dexter a little bit and flipping the script for sure.
Sure enough. No counter picks, no nothing. We will ride or die PS2 because that is what these gentlemen do. Wolf, Dexter, this is Dexter pondering. He is the thinker. He has been sculpted.
Don't think, be Wolf. Wolf need no think. Okay, his Lucina has been looking pretty good, but...
Is it enough to beat ZD's Wolf? That is the question.
He's been playing this in bracket quite frequently, trying to sharpen his claws in preparation for this matchup exactly.
I mean, if Dexter's willing to do it in the game where it matters most, if he's either getting the gold or going home with the silver, it makes sense he's willing to pull it out there. And okay, let's just spot dodge in each other's faces.
That's the old Mark classic. Immediate, like, they spot dodge, you spot dodge, because you have no, like, rapid hitbox, and then immediately just, oh, panic up B.
And it's a fast move. Dolphin slash go dummy. A little bit of invulnerability on it, too, if I recall correctly. Could be wrong.
I don't know if it is invuln in this version.
Noted. And sure enough, yeah, even getting hit once, it's like, yeah, I'm good. Dexter's had barely been touched so far. This is ZD losing his double jump, actually. Yeah, sure enough, that's a clean stock. Dexter has barely been touched so far. This Lucina, absolutely.
Just been outspacing. It's been so immaculate.
Even tricking ZD with the recovery a little bit there. Manages to survive a precarious scenario.
Spot dodge again immediately, and then just, this is the problem, is though, the gun can really force Dexter to actually take action here. No reflector to speak of. Did get a double jump back, so easy up B there.
Not to mention ZD's so scary at ledge, just shimmy shaking all around him, trying to find something to catch him out and get the stock for it. Sure enough, like even when Dexter gets small hits, he's still just getting snuffed. Getting dash attack, 125%. What's the option here? It's just continual get-ups. Slowly finding some purchase, at least in the center stage, but even then kind of retreating any chance that ZD starts getting aggressive.
And then immediately just, he calls for the jump so frequently at ledge with a forward air. Usually that's like a pretty safe option. The problem is that Lucina does not really have a lot of ways to get down. So when ZD stays grounded, it's just such a huge loss of tempo when you're suddenly above Wolf.
Dexter's just moving so with purpose on the stage. He's surviving till 150. He's getting caught here and there. And sure enough, it's the back hit of the up air that actually takes the stock. And not a lot of extra credit on Dexter, on ZD's second stock, courtesy of Dexter, despite the fact that it's been like a minute and a half of Dexter being stuffed in the corner.
We're seeing ZD exploit really the weakness of this character, and that's landing. Like, the character just doesn't have anything quick that hits below it, and it's a little bit floaty, so you can't, like, just fast fall down. So you have the tools as Wolf to punish that super hard if you get one or two reads.
And Dexter really just trying to, like, catch ZD off guard, but ZD's not taking the bait in the slightest, and evening up at the percentage count here.
I'd like to see a shield breaker just to put the fear of God into ZD, because like he's been just touching his shield at max distance, and that's great and all, but Lucina doesn't do a ton of shield pressure. We haven't seen like the side B angle down, we haven't seen shield pressure or shield breaker, so Dexter's just like, all right, I'll keep tapping your shield, and ZD's like, I'm fine with that, it's not going to break yet.
Makes sense. Let's see, how are you going to play this, Dexter? Opting to try to maybe catch a side B, but it was the up B coming in from ZD. Oh, Dexter actually almost died there, but the up tilt connected before ZD's back air did. That would have been a hard hit. That would have been on the dome. Like, that would have killed. So amazing call out from Dexter. Like, that was close.
Down throw again. Are we going to get the two frame with the forward tilt? No, just going to go ahead and double jump in place, trying to get the dash attack, and or the up smash, just anything. Finally, the up tilt connects, but not enough. ZD looking to try to go ahead and chase off stage. Not going to connect, though.
The dash back from Dexter so good. And just from coast to coast, being stuck in the corner so often. Hey!
The spacing was so perfect from Dex. ZD overextending just a little bit, but only 30%. It's like you said, Laurel, after that first stock where Dexter took such a commanding lead, that it feels like this has been so much more even. This is truly anyone's game right here, and ZD needs to turn it up if he wants to stay alive.
Parry the Dolphin Slash. Now, that's something you don't see every day. Ooh, I like that. Continue with the up section to just kind of catch ZD off guard there. Good stuff. And Dexter wants to take it to a game 5, but ZD just wants to win. It's getting late for him.
I don't like that back off by Dexter. He did the nair, missed, and then just like ran away, and that's when ZD pulled the trigger. He knew that he was caught in the initial dash animations, and nothing Dexter could do. Awkward spot for Dexter. Can't get. We got the trump, but a little bit too slow for the back air.
Yeah, not getting the execution to really follow it up. That could have been the stock, but Dexter just still unable to find the one hit he needs. ZD at 131% right now.
This is certainly a scary spot. There's the shield breaker in these high pressure situations. Neutral air from ZD. He's got center stage, but you can't whiff like that in this spot.
That whiff would have been it if Dexter found that. Just a random air dodge and neutral. Both players are spooked. The scoops, not quite. The down smash, not quite.
I'm surprised that was the option instead of like an up smash or even an up tilt at this percentage.
Both, they're absolutely scared.
The nair could have killed right there. That was so slightly misspaced. The rolls 2 times in a row from ZD. Who is going to take this game? Both players so terrified to toss out the members of the back air.
Oh, wait!
Dexter gets it.
That's game 5. My goodness.
What a trade. Last stock, last hit trade. The DBZ moment to extend the grind 200 for one more game.
I absolutely thought ZD's back air got it, but just both of them careening and not knowing which one was actually going to get there. Oh my God.
Insane.
Now that is one good finish. The other way would have been better if it was actually game 5. But like
That would have.
that's a real deal better. Dexter managed to survive, and he goes back to Wolf. What a flex! What a flex, Dexter! I'm calling him Flexter from now on. My goodness.
What a change up. I mean, yes, ZD definitely adapted in the last couple moments in that stock, but yeah, to go back to the character that basically almost got 3-0 to start this off is an interesting option.
Like, whew. I'm sweating after that one, and I'm spectating. I can't imagine how these two feel.
But now ZD actually not in the driver's seat here. Usually he just goes to the corner and allows Dexter to just wail away, but now instead Dexter has a solid lead.
Dancing each other back and forth, and maybe ZD's still a bit tilted from that last game because he's not quite finding as much as he normally would around
Wouldn't
this
you
point.
be?
Yeah. I'm not saying he's wrong. I'm just saying that's the facts.
I'd be tilted for the rest of my life. That's one of those, you're 80 years old on your deathbed, you're like, I remember the back air should have killed first.
He's thinking about it on the way home. He's thinking about it the post-tournament Denny's trip. Well, you already know. Oh, I like that. The beefy Smacko-Rooney getting ZD, sent him all the way across the board. Dexter, where are you going?
He's exit stage left.
And back to the Angel platform for him. And that's not ideally what you want to do in game 5, but you know.
And all that whole lead that he had built up is gone, and ZD just playing from the corner. He immediately just pivoted to the corner, and he's like, I'm good.
Yeah.
I know exactly what happens. The second that you are in advantage, I just do not want to interact.
A couple of tech flubs coming in from Dexter, unfortunately, means he's unable to secure this stock just yet, as ZD's finding massive momentum here.
Yeah, these fade back aerials, every single one of them, just like he'll toss it out, and he'll either drift in at the start and then immediately just pull back. Down smash, rear hit, not going to quite kill, didn't get a sweet spot.
Oh, great angle coming in from Dexter, getting scooped anyway. ZD's so proactive in that sense. I like that. Just roll out to avoid that possible hard hit of the back air that easily would have been the stock. Dexter going for something there, but not quite finding it. You mentioned earlier that you wanted to see Dexter go for it, but not quite finding it for himself.
Forward tilt lingering too long, and this is such a change of pace here for Dexter. I don't want to say his Wolf looks rusty. He's doing exactly what he used to do, but the problem is just ZD's defense has been ironclad so far.
And Dexter getting a little bit careless with some of his recoveries as well.
The dash attack, he's clearly getting a little bit tilted right there. He's like, please hold forward.
Yeah, that's it. That's one way to end the grind 200, ZD. My God.
3 stock in game 5, and that is all she wrote. 200 weeks of this, and how surprising is it that this is the way we end?
Would be any other way, Scabs. It's tried and true. What can I say?
So, y'all, I pointed this out. Y'all got to stick around. Do not disconnect because we have one more match coming up, and it is a special one. JTS has always been about using this event to prop up and to increase the size and skill of our mid-level scene. We want to get players to claw their way up to that PR